On. First of all, here's the Liverpool captain today, Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil, first time in 57 years Liverpool has shipped 7 goals. What went wrong?
Yeah, obviously very disappointed. Also, if you look at the goals, we should have done better. And it was one of those days where just, obviously the 3 deflected shots, didn't help. Obviously the chances we had. So it felt like it was one of those days where nothing went, how we wanted to go. And but we can't take, credit off Aston Villa. So well done to them.
Did Alisson's absence unsettle things a little?
I don't think we're gonna blame entirely Adrian for this. Obviously, we know that, for example, in the first goal he can do better. But if you look at all the other goals, we could have all of us could do better. So we're not gonna give that the reason why we lost here with big numbers.
What's the conversation been in the dressing room after that?
Obviously, it's going to be a bit difficult because we have to stick together. We are an experienced group. Obviously, we didn't lose with this kind of number so far, and hopefully never again. But it is key to stick together, and everyone has to contribute to that as well.
And how important now is the Merseyside derby? It's always important, but it takes on an extra dimension, I guess.
We're still early in the season. Obviously, we want to win every game. But what I said, everyone is going to their respective countries and have to perform for the countries, stay fit, don't get coronavirus, and hopefully everyone's coming back fit, and now we focus on Everton.
Thanks, Virgil.
Thank you.
I believe you've got a big beaming smile on your face. Have you tried pinching yourself yet, just to make sure that really happened?
I think when the first one went in, I pinched myself a little bit because I scored so early on. But I'm just delighted that.
And more than that, to score a Premier League hat-trick.
Unbelievable. Yeah, before the game, I wouldn't thought that I'd score 3 goals, but after the first one, got a bit of confidence and grew into the game, and I got chances. I think at the end of the day, I should have got more in the end.
You could have scored a 4th and a 5th, couldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know if I was offside for the other one, but I think one-on-one with the keeper, I've got to be scoring that, and I think you can always improve, and I think I backed myself to score that.
When did you start thinking? I mean, you scored really early in the game, but as a team that there was so much in it for you today.
We saw how high they play, and I just thought, the game plan was trying to get in behind them at the end of the day, and you could see it worked from there.
It definitely worked.
Yeah, it did. We fancied ourselves today, but I'm not sure we thought the scoreline would be that.
That's an interesting thing you said, though. So how hard did you work in the week on getting through their high line?
It was more about just blocking off the passing lanes and just making sure they can't pass through us. We knew it would be hard, but we all worked together and it showed tonight.
Ollie, a hat-trick against Liverpool, against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, against Gomez and Van Dijk. It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
Exactly, a perfect hat-trick as well, the boys are saying at half-time, so yeah, I'll take that.
Well done.
Thank you. Cheers.
A first half hat-trick in this fixture. That had only been done once before today.
Was it me? Was it?
Yeah.
I heard Andy Townsend talking in commentary about Robbie Fowler scoring a hat-trick against Villa all the time.
No, that wasn't in the first half.
I assumed it would have been Robbie.
That wasn't in the first half. You got yours at Anfield against Villa. So.
Good stuff.
But that guy there, he hadn't even scored in the Premier League before today. That A, get a hat-trick, and B, get it against the champions defence that only conceded 33 goals all of last season.
Yeah, you don't get much change out of Liverpool's back four and Van Dijk. Of course, there was a change in goal today, and that never helped. But all of a sudden, you think, wow, that's a decent team. Grealish and Watkins, they've just signed Barkley, and all of a sudden you're thinking, this is a team that can cause teams problems. I didn't think Liverpool thought they would cause them this many problems, and fully deserved. There were, 3 of the goals were deflections. On another day, you don't get the rub of the green. The ball goes out into the Holt end, and you only score 2 or 3 goals. But they did have. It was a great game. My brain's just trying to unravel what's happened today and think, is that normal? Is it because there's no fans? Is it because what is it? But when you watch the game, they fully deserved it. No excuses.
Yeah, and whatever Ollie Watkins goes on to achieve in his career, that is a day, and those goals. He will never, ever forget. It's a landmark day for him, Tim.
Absolutely, and it started so brilliantly. Adrian gift wraps this one for him. Jack Grealish Jack Grealish just picks up the pieces there. Gomez cannot let him back inside, and he does. And Ollie's got a simple task. You know, when I'm pleased for these kids when they come from the Championship, they go to get their move to the Premier League. Look, Gomez has to come out there, make it easy for Adrian, but it's a poor decision from Adrian. And Jack Grealish just goes quick as you like back into Ollie Watkins. But when they come from the Championship, Steve, you know, and everyone says, well, they can do it in the Championship, they will never be able to do it. I mean, we've seen Patrick Bamford this year do it as well for Leeds. Just saying, why don't you kick it up the field? Give us a breather. There's Jack Grealish, opens them up again. It drags it inside, outside the foot, gives Ollie Watkins no control problems. He cuts inside Gomez and he smashes it in the top corner. But this is all about Grealish. Look, Fabinho goes to him, he just drags it. It's like he's in the park, Jack Grealish. The game is so easy for him, and Ollie wants to get it inside. As soon as he takes it inside, the game is so easy for him, and Ollie wants to get it inside. As soon as he takes it inside, it makes the goal a lot bigger, the angle's better, and he just sticks it in the postage stamp, Mo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely finish, cutting inside on your right and, you know, on your right foot. I'll just go back to the Grealish part of that. I mean, the bravery to actually take it back into a clustered area, that just shows you the confidence in him. And then, of course, he has a hand to play in this as well. I think he's telling Ross Barkley what to do, but Ross Barkley does it perfectly. A high line from Liverpool. Tim spoke about maybe that line should have been on the 18-yard. Here, how many times you see people just sort of almost shy away from it and flick it this side of the post, but he thumps it into the back of the net. Great goal scorer's finish.
He certainly does. 7 goals conceded by Liverpool, by the Premier League champions.
You know, in any game, if you play on the front foot and if you can be bold and brave, then you can rattle even the best of them. And we've seen that twice this season in Liverpool games, as I say, with Leeds, who were very unfortunate not to get anything, and Villa were fully deserving of their points tonight.
What a remarkable day, what a remarkable Sunday. Manchester United and Liverpool not just beaten, but beaten both by their joint heaviest Premier League defeats, of course, in this era. Absolutely extraordinary. There you go, Liverpool's 2 with alongside the 5 goals they conceded against City, the 6 against Stoke on the final day, and Manchester United's 6-1 for the second time that Manchester City game when Johnny Evans was sent off, and those 2 5-0s in the Premier League era in the 9th have predicted a day like today. Still haven't had a 0-0 draw at all in this Premier League season. We had 16 goals yesterday.